Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us. My name is Daniel Faga. I'm here at the empty, the beautiful, the lonely, the silent Sellersville Theater. I wish you were here, but I'm glad you're there. This is SOUNDBOOTH Sessions. This is our new live streaming show where we feature a concert and a conversation with one of our favorite artists. Let's everybody turn their cell phone volume down. That's all right. Shh, behind the curtain. Shh. Folks, I am so excited for our show today. I am a big fan of our artist this evening. I will do my best to be professional, but if my inner fanboy leaks out a little bit, terrible choice of words on that one. But then just I'll do my best to keep it cool. So you have seen this evening's artist on our stage quite a few times, of course with her own headline shows, but you've also seen her here with Dan May and Livingston Taylor. I am thrilled to welcome all the way from Nashville, Tennessee. Please welcome Liz Longley.
Hello. Thank you so much for having me. Am I on? Is everything good, Dan?
Yes.
Good, okay.
Everything's great.
It's so good to see so many familiar names here. Thank you guys for hanging out with me at Sellersville. It's one of my favorite venues. So I'm going to play you some songs that you requested. I wasn't looking. No love never crossed my mind. You came along, talking all sweet and slow and kind. And look what you've done. You changed the game. Just that look in your eyes and the way you say my name. You got that way. You got a way of making everything alright. You got that way. You got a way of waltzing in and changing my whole life. Can't you see you've changed my life? 'Cause you got that way. Most love don't last if it ever gets this far at all, where the odds are stacked against us. But I know we'll never fall, 'cause you stand so strong. You stand so strong in my heart, whether we're alone together or a million miles apart. You got that way. You got a way of making everything alright. You got that way. You got a way of waltzing in and changing my whole life. Can't you see you changed my life? 'Cause you got that way. I know I was stubborn, just a woman looking for the man of her dreams. But you're all that, yeah, you're all that and more to me. You got that way. You got a way of making everything alright. Oh, you got that way. You got a way of waltzing in and changing my whole life. Can't you see you changed my life? 'Cause you got it. You got it. You got that way. Hi guys, good to see you here. Even my best friend from high school days, we were in the marching band together. Brings back memories just to see you guys here. So I got so many requests. I don't know if we're going to be able to fit them in this hour window. So please forgive me if I said yes. I'm going to try to do some of the songs I don't normally get to do, and this is one of them.
Laura, I think I saw that you're here, so this goes out to you. This is Oxygen. Racing from another restless night, busted out and breathless from the fight, running cold, tracing every step I ever took, every memory made it in the book, never told. Be my oxygen, bring me back again. If I don't have it, I won't make it. My heart is paper thin. After where I've been, I need to breathe. Be my oxygen. Escaping just to get a finger on my pulse. I can feel it stronger when you're close, so close. Inhaling, every kiss you give me takes me high. Tasting what it's like to be alive. I'm alive. Be my oxygen, bring me back again. If I don't have it, I won't make it. My heart is paper thin. After where I've been, I need to breathe. Be my oxygen. Be my oxygen, bring me back again. I need to breathe. Be my oxygen, bring me back again. If I don't have it, I won't make it. My heart is paper thin. After where I've been, I need to breathe. Be mine, I need to breathe. Baby, be mine, I need to breathe. Be my oxygen. Be my oxygen. Be my oxygen.
Oh, yeah. Hello, Liz. Welcome to the show. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me, Dan. This is so wonderful what you've been doing and keeping music alive at Sellersville Theater, so thank you for having me.
Kind of you to say. You are streaming all over the place. I see you on the internet all the time. So you are doing the same thing. Thank you for keeping
I'm
the music
trying.
alive.
My
How
pleasure.
how are you doing in this quarantine, this unprecedented time?
Yeah, I've had my highs and lows for sure. I'm definitely starting to even out. I'm a pretty even-keeled person, and
Uh-huh.
at the beginning of this, I was dealing with a ton of anxiety, and music was the only way out of it. So I found other things that help now too, which is really good. Like margaritas, that really does a good number on the anxiety. And I'm staying busy, which is what I this is a record release year for me, so I was really excited to be touring so much right now. And so I'm doing other things like writing personalized songs for people and doing personalized videos to surprise people for their birthdays and private online concerts
Oh,
that
that's
are
nice.
customizable. So yeah, it's expanded the way that I do music at home.
How do
So
you write
it's-
a personalized song for someone? Like, is it like improv comedy where it's like, okay, throw me a word out from the audience, and then you just write on that particular topic?
Oh, that's cool. That's like whose line is it anyway? I like that idea. No, actually, everyone is different. Like, sometimes somebody, like I had recently a beautiful classic pianist, and she had this beautiful melody, and she said, I don't have any words, no idea what this song is about. And I wrote lyrics to it, which was a great challenge. And then recently I have this great woman who's sent me 3 songs to do, and she has just beautiful sets of lyrics, and I get to write all the music to them.
Oh,
and then other
that's
times
nice.
someone will hand me a chorus and say, what do I do with this? How do I write around it? And they know a little bit about music too. So
Oh, that's
it's
beautiful.
all
And then that song is
Yeah.
just for that person to do with what
whatever they want with it.
they like.
Yeah, I've written wedding songs personally for people, and actually, I was going to play one of them tonight. That's so if we have time, I would love to play the song that I custom wrote for my friend Laurie and Sean's wedding. If Laurie's here, she might be here.
I sure hope you do. And then how about your own music? Do you find that you're in a how is this quarantine affecting your own productivity for your own
Creatively.
songs? Yeah.
Yeah. Again, at the beginning, I was just writing all the time. I haven't recorded anything, obviously, a lot of people are really good at making records at home. That's not really my skill set.
Right.
But, I'm trying to write as much as I can, but trying not to force it too, because I think there's this expectation of, okay, now you have all this time to be creative. What are you going to do with it? And I'm much more drawn to connecting to people in this time. So that's what I've been trying to do as much as possible.
Oh, that's wonderful. And we should say that all of the songs that were picked this evening were requests made by your fans
Yes.
on your Facebook page. So I can't wait to
Yes.
hear what is in store for us. What are you going to play next?
I'm going to play one that Dottie and Kathy requested. This is a song that was on my self-titled record that came out some time ago. I can't remember what year it was. I think 2014. And I wrote this. So this song actually, it's called Outta My Head, and it had its first placement on a movie this year, much to my surprise. So here it is, Outta My Head. I was packing to move to New York City. You were the last thing I thought I'd find. Miles and miles away, you should be gone now. But our years together play like movies in my mind. 'Cause I found your letters and that John Martin record that we spun till it was dead. I found your mixtape for the road and 2 tickets to a show and your sock from under my bed. And now I can't get you out of my head. Get out of my head. Memories of you start to reappear. They're getting harder to ignore. I swear I heard you singing in the kitchen, and your bare feet tapping the rhythm on the floor. And I thought I saw you walking through that door. Oh, I wish you'd walk through that door. Why don't you come get your letters and that John Martin record that we spun till it was dead? Come get your mixtape for the road and 2 tickets to a show and your sock from under my bed. Come get yourself out of my head. Get out of my head. Oh, now that you're here, you're far more beautiful than I remember. Oh, remind me why we're not together. Shouldn't we be together? Why don't you come get your letters and we'll spin some records, then
Beautiful song there, Liz. That was Out of My
Thank you.
Head off of Liz Longley, your self-titled album from Apple Music says 2015.
Oh, thank you
Is
for
that
telling me.
so?
It's confusing because I
Yeah.
made it and then got signed to a record label, and then they officially released it. So maybe I made it in 2014.
I have a question for you. So there are a few releases that came out prior to your self-titled Liz
Oh, yes.
Longley. So what statement are you making by self-titling an album?
Can I tell you the truth?
Tell me the truth,
truth
Liz.
is-
That's all we want.
I love finding a song on a record that serves as a great title for, it kind of encapsulates what the record's about. But that record just didn't have that title, so I was like, I guess this is the one where I put my name on it.
I tell you,
So
I have
there
all
it
these
is.
follow-up questions about like finding yourself, and was that the album that where you were like, this is me, this is my sound?
No.
Okay.
Well, but in looking back, it was a record that really changed my life. I mean, it's the first full-length record that I made after moving to Nashville. It was completely fan-funded. It got me a record deal. So it was the first like major radio airplay that I had.
Wow.
It got on major television shows. So yeah, it was a record that changed my life. So I'm glad my name is on it, and it's not called like Camaro or Out of My Head or something.
It's a beautiful record. So what's something that now, a few years later, 5 years later, when you listen back to that record, what stands out to you? Like, what do you hear as you 5 years later that we would never know to hear, that we
Well,
would never notice?
One thing is I never listen back.
Never listen back. Don't look back.
I don't listen to my music. I just try to keep creating more of it. But I think if I really, like, sometimes I obviously have to listen to my old music if I forget how it goes or something. But listening back to, especially when I started writing music, my tone has really changed. When I started music, I took some of my first singing lessons one was with an opera singer, one was with a Broadway singer. Every year I changed different teachers, and I'd always end up sounding just like them. So I think as time went on, I almost had to like stop listening to the artist that people said I sounded like. Like I had to go through like a Sarah McLachlan cleanse. I was like, I can't listen to her anymore. I'm just going to try to become her. So I think that's the thing that I notice as I get closer and closer to my own tone vocally.
Oh, that's very interesting. And how about how does that play out like lyrically? So how does that work out? In terms of what you're writing about, like as you go back and listen.
In terms of like what I'm listening to and how I'm influenced.
Sure. Yes. That's
Well,
the ways that
I
you're
think
influenced.
when I was younger, I didn't really know how to express myself in a way that was unique. And I think that I majored in songwriting at Berklee College of Music, and that really helped me tap into a different level of lyric writing that I can definitely see has grown over time. When I look back to like this phase, for example, I'm still proud of this record. Not the hairdo though, or the photograph, but my lyrics have definitely grown since those days.
Well, if anyone is interested in checking out those records, of course, you could visit lizlongley.com, and you're available on Apple Music and all of the wonderful places.
Yes.
On the screen, let's see, right now are Liz's social media sites. Please check them out. Liz, you've got a new album that's going to be coming out in September. I am very excited to hear it.
Oh, can I show you? I actually have it on vinyl.
Please show us.
Dun, 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 dun. This is Funeral from My Past. And this is really fun. If any vinyl lovers are out there, they might appreciate this. But we got it on white vinyl.
That's pretty.
So I'm pretty excited about that.
That's pretty.
And we made a songbook for it and everything. So if anybody likes to learn how to play music, there's a guitar and piano sheet music with all the pictures from the studio and all the lyrics and the story behind why I wanted to make a songbook. Because, like I said, I grew up like learning Sarah McLachlan songs from her songbooks, and they were like my Bible as a kid. So here's my very own songbook.
Oh, that's so cool. Is this your first
and all
time
the
making a
pictures from the
songbook?
studio.
Is this your first time making one?
Yes, it was the best.
So now, did you transcribe your own songs? Like, did you go?
So
through
I can, and I have, but for that, but for this record, I didn't have the time. So we hired a Berklee student that did it for us, and it was awesome.
Wonderful. And did you sign off on it? You went through and played through it and
I
said,
played
okay,
through
this
it and
is
made sure it
correct.
made sense. And then I recently played a house concert like at the top of the year, and there was this like 8-year-old girl who's this amazing piano player, and I brought her the book like, I'm so excited to show this to you. And she read it and she goes, this is not exact. This is not exact. And I was like, okay, wow. This 10-year-old or however old she was schooling me. So it was pretty funny to see that it's close, but obviously there are a lot of embellishments that I do with my vocals that aren't easy to like transcribe.
I see. And are the piano parts also transcribed, like as you played them on the record, and or
Closely the chords are. Yeah.
that's fantastic.
Yeah.
That's wonderful. Well, I hope we get to hear at least one song off of the new album tonight. I know that there's
Sure.
there's a couple of the singles are released right now, and they are fantastic. Really like them.
Thank you so much.
That's great.
Well, I see a lot of people here that requested certain songs, so maybe I think I'm going to skip the personally written song unless I see that Lori and Sean are here, because I don't want to play their personal wedding song unless they're here. So maybe I'll play one that I know Audra requested. Is that cool that I skip a song? We're going to go to Rescue My Heart.
Of course.
Cool.
This is your show, Liz. Take it away.
Okay, here we go. This is for you, Audra.
Lying to myself I can make it on my own. Making it alone is lonely. Twisting and I'm turning, I'm crashing and I'm burning. So reach out your hand to me and come down. Rescue my heart, I'll drown without you. Come down. Rescue my heart, I'm deep underground. I can't dig my way out, so come down. Rescue my heart. Rescue my heart. I can't breathe any faster. All the air I wanna capture, it's heavy and it hurts my head. If you found me, would you save me? If you touched me, would it break me? And will I come back from this? Or come down. Rescue my heart, I'll drown without you. Come down. Rescue my heart, I'm deep underground. I can't dig my way out, so come down. Rescue my heart. Rescue my heart. Rescue my heart. Rescue my heart. Oh, rescue my heart. Oh, rescue my heart. Oh, rescue my heart. Come down. Rescue my heart, I'll drown without you. Come down. Please rescue my heart, I'll drown without you.
Beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
That was released as
guys.
a single back in the day.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Now, how do you decide if someone is on the album or as a single?
That song actually came about because of a writing camp that I did. And writing camps are typically put on by a publishing house or a licensing company where they put a bunch of writers together. You don't know each other typically in a room, and they say, write something. They typically give you a prompt like, hey, we need something for an end of a movie. We don't know what the movie is, but if it were about it's usually so vague, just little prompts. Anyway, that one, we didn't have anything except for we knew they were looking for something for a show. And I came in with the title Rescue My Heart, and Ian Keegi, who's become one of my favorite co-writers, that was our first time meeting. I went to his studio, we wrote that song that day, and recorded it that day, and then found out that it was going to be in ABC's Switched at Birth and MTV's Scream, a couple other TV shows.
Wow.
And so we had to put it out. So I was between album cycles, so that's how it got out in the world. And it took off online. Like, that song has more of an online life than any of my other songs.
Wow.
It's pretty crazy.
Wow. That's incredible. A great story. And so it came about from one of those writing sessions, and so that fascinates me that someone can just throw an idea at you. This also back to you writing songs for people.
Yeah.
Like, is there a way for you to sort of take us to the beginning of that song and like, how does it develop? Somebody throws you the idea, and then how do you see it all the way through to the final product?
Well, it's cool to work with other writers. So with that one, there were 3 of us in the room, and one was a lyricist, mainly a lyricist, and one was a producer, and I was the singer-songwriter. So we all had different roles. Obviously, all of 3 of us can do all things. I can't produce, but we just I came in with the idea and knew that it felt dark. Like, if I were to think of it energetically, it feels like this deep hole where you're just reaching up for someone to rescue you. And so with that in mind, Ian starts creating a track, and it has that mood. And then in hearing that, we start humming different melodies with Rescue My Heart, Rescue My Heart. And once we have what feels like a chorus, we start to write around it and see where it lands. So that was a really fun one to write. It happened very naturally. It's not always like that. Sometimes you get in a co-write and you're like, this is not happening, because it's like a bad blind date if there's not like an energy of a song in the room, if that makes sense.
And from start to finish, you said it was a quick one, right? You said that one was
that was all in one day. Started and finished and recorded it all in one day.
Verses 2. I mean, how do you that amazes me that you can do that. That's so.
It's a fun
let me ask you a question about that. So backing
Sure.
up in your your career, can you take us back to the moment where it occurred to you, where you realized, I can do this? Like, do you remember that moment where you realized, like, I can write songs? And
it's funny that you say that, because tonight is different than most nights where some of my high school friends I can see are tuning in. So I think they would attest to this, that it was something that I was doing even in high school. I think 9th grade was when I sang my first solo, and I was supposed to get a solo. It wasn't my first solo, but it was a big moment at the 9th grade center, and I had written my first song like a month before I was supposed to have this big solo, and my choir teacher said, "You're not doing the solo, you're going to play your own song." And I was really nervous about that, but that push to go do it, I was a really shy kid, that push really did something, and I got up there, sang my song for the first time, and got a standing ovation. And I swear in that moment, that was when I said, this is what I want to do. It just felt like, this is what I'm supposed to do. So
you don't happen to remember
I've been
that
recording
first
and
song,
selling
do you?
CDs since I was in 9th grade. Like, literally, I have the sheet still where I have everyone's name. Okay, she paid $10. Here's her CD. Check. Like running my own business since then.
You don't happen to remember that first song, do you? To give us a little taste of it.
Oh yeah, sure. Oh my God, this is. Well, something like that. Oh God, it's really bad. It was a Sunday, hot July morning. We were fighting and I didn't feel like crying. I don't know what comes next. Like, it's called Bye Bye Baby, because it's bye bye baby. I've never been in a relationship, by the way. I just gotta go now. I gotta leave. I don't have a reason and I don't have a rhyme. I just know that it's time to say bye bye baby. That's how it went. Wow, I can't believe you got that out of me.
Fully formed from the start.
Oh God, that's embarrassing. Anyway.
You got your guitar strapped on there. Which guitar is that?
This is Colling's guitar. I keep it in an alternate tuning called Dad Dad that I love. And I saw a lot of people were requesting Peace of Mind, which was one that Becky had requested and Jeff had requested, and I saw Lindsay on there, so I thought I'd play that one tonight.
Dad, can you explain that?
Sure. So typically a guitar is E, A, D, G, B, E, and I tune all the strings to this open tuning where, oops, let me plug myself in. It's completely, you can sing. It can be, what I'm trying to say is you can sing major or minor over it, so it's completely open template. So if you just mess with the bass, you can do a lot.
Very cool. And you said this is Peace of Mind?
Peace of mind.
Let's hear it.
Voices in my head, I cannot escape. They chase me, they race through the blood in my veins. They define and defeat me as they're running their course. And each time they hit with more force, repeating, eating away at my spirit. I fear it will be the end of my sanity. Silence. Where is the stillness I thought I'd find? Where is my peace of mind? I was buzzing at the thought of doing great things, of flying mid-flight, and I clipped my own wings. I stung my own stings. I robbed myself of things I thought I did not deserve. Somebody please put my head in a straitjacket, tie it back, let me take a good look at it. You can't catch it, you can't catch it. Crazy, I just wanna know where is the silence? Where is the stillness I thought I'd find? Where is my peace of mind? Oh, nah, nah. 'Cause even when my head's not spinning, the kitchen sink is leaking, hardwood floors are creaking, and you're breathing in and out, and in and out, and in and out. And I wanna put my hand over your mouth and say, where is the silence? Where is the stillness I thought I'd find? Where is my peace, my peace, my peace, my peace of mind? Oh, nah, nah.
Peace of Mind off
Yes.
Liz Longley, right?
Liz Longley.
That's off Liz Longley. Folks, I'm going to
Got
put
a
up
lot of
on...
requests tonight from Liz Longley, that record.
Folks, if you consult your screen, I have Liz's virtual tip jar links up on the screen. Please take a moment if you are enjoying the show. I hope you will continue to interact. All those little clicks, all your comments, all the clap hand emojis.
Yes,
That's,
I love that.
That's all energy coming this way, feeding Liz. And please
Very
continue to
well
give it.
said.
But also, please, if you are able, please head on over to the links on your screen and donate if you are able. Liz, the rumor has that you have some very generous fans. What I hear is that your new album was completely funded through Kickstarter, and I think you mentioned even your older album was
Yeah.
also, and that you
Yeah.
raised 3 times what you were looking for.
It was wild. So I had made this record, Funeral for My Past, in 2018, and I was with a label that I signed with when I made the Liz Longley record, and it just started to become clear that this record, in order for it to be released into the world, I needed to be released from the label and had to buy back my music. And my fans showed up so big. I still cannot believe that it happened, and they just changed my life. It was so amazing. And now there were 1,302 people that donated. So now I call them the 1302 crew, and they're just the best. That's a lot of the people that you're seeing on here tonight were there for me through that, and it just was such an amazing feeling to feel like they're part of this record now too, and this story, and so it's quite an honor.
Oh, it's amazing. There's such beautiful comments coming in. Lots of hearts. Jen Gormley,
and you might
always
notice
a
some
favorite.
lizards.
Some lizards. Dottie Dixon, perfect time for right now. Such a beautiful voice from Susan. This is wonderful. Now, it seems that you have a quite personal relationship with most of these people. I mean, you're calling a lot of them out by name. They seem to know you.
Yeah.
I mean, how do you keep track? I don't think I know 1,302 people, but how do you keep track of all of them?
Well, I'm so lucky that I get to travel for a living when everything's in a normal place, but I get to see them at shows and connect their stories that they've relayed to me through these songs, or take pictures with them at the end of the night. We have a lot of memories together. We've been to a lot of different places together. They show up for me in these times. They're on my Instagram. They'll send me, we're just connected in so many ways. So I feel like they're my family. It's really an amazing thing.
That's a beautiful thing, and I'm sure that there are some people here. If you're here seeing Liz for the first time, thank you for joining us, and please head on over to her socials, which I'm throwing up now, to join the crew, join the family.
Yes.
All right. Oh, Liz, you've got another guitar. What is this
yes.
tuned in now?
This is a McPherson guitar. This is my main guitar. It's in my standard tuning.
Standard
and
tuning. Okay.
I think I'm actually going to play you the song that is the whole reason I have this guitar. This next song is called When You've Got Trouble, and Judy requested it. I don't know if you're here, Judy, but it's a song that is about compassion, and it ended up on SiriusXM radio, and the fine people who make these McPherson guitars heard it and said, hey, we'd like to fly you out to Wisconsin and give you one of our guitars, and it was pretty amazing. And this guitar, obviously the hole's in the wrong spot, but it's actually in the right spot because it gives the sound more room to resonate, and it's like a grand piano as opposed to an upright piano. It weighs twice what a normal guitar weighs, and the bridge is floating, so it's one of a kind.
It's gorgeous.
Thank you. You've been kicking in your sleep, tossing and turning relentlessly, and I know you'd be lying if you told me you were fine. And you've been screaming in your head, swallowing the words that I know you would have said if you would just breathe. Oh, my heart is tangled all around you. When you've got trouble, I've got trouble too. Oh, my life is arm in arm with you. When you've got trouble, I've got trouble too. So what do you need? I'll kiss you awake when you've had a bad dream, and I'll tell you a story, make it up as I go, or I'll sing you a song that I know that you know. It goes, my heart is tangled all around you. When you've got trouble, I've got trouble too.
trouble, I've got trouble too. You and I live like the tree and the vine. Oh, my darling, we're so delicately intertwined. I'll ease your pain 'cause you've eased mine. Oh, my heart, it's tangled all around you. When you got trouble, I've got trouble too. Oh, my life is arm in arm with you. When you got trouble, I've got trouble too.
I just love that song.
Thank you so much.
It's such a
Thank you.
beautiful sentiment. I was thinking just I got to learn that to sing it to my kids. You know, that's like,
Oh, that's so sweet.
it's such a beautiful song. How do you display such vulnerability through your writing? Like you just seem to be so in touch with, like, you know, the right way to exist in the world and like and exist in a
Thank you.
relationship. You know what I mean? Like it sounds like you've got it all figured out, Liz.
Well, I don't.
how
And
have
I'm
you done
sitting,
that?
sharing the room with someone who knows that I don't. I don't know how to answer that question. I just know that I try to write from a really, really real place, and I can feel when I'm not writing from a real place. So those songs typically don't make it to you.
Have you ever?
I have a list of so many songs that I don't know if I'm going to be able to get to tonight. So how many? Do you think we have time for like 3 or 4 more?
Oh, sure.
I don't want to disappoint
Maybe
anybody.
I
I
need
feel
to
bad
stop
that
asking questions and just let
there's-
you rip through a few.
there's so many
Yeah.
that I love you all so much. I just want to let you know that I literally have your name on my pad if you wrote me the song that you wanted. And I have another show coming up on the 21st that I swear to you, if you're there, I will play these for you. So let me just see if any of these people are here. I know that Bruce and Lene are here, so I'm going to play Rush. Is Kirsten here? And I know that Caitlin's here, so I'll play Old Familiar. And then I don't know who else is here that okay, wait, I'm going to play, sorry, I'm trying to figure out. Oh, and then I wanted to play Camaro for someone else. Okay, let me do Camaro while I'm here
Get it?
on guitar. Sorry, Dan.
No, that's fine. Do your
Like,
thing.
how am I gonna-
You're gonna do a few in a row?
Yes,
if you
that'd be
write
great.
Yeah, go for it. Just you give me a
Okay.
nod when it's time to ask you another question.
Okay. Actually, while I'm at Camaro, so this is a song about cars, and it was one of my favorite songs to write, and it's still one of my favorite to play. But we just made these before, like, the world turned upside down, and these are our vintage Camaro sweatshirts that are so cozy. We've been hanging out in them, so I thought I'd show you guys. That's my virtual merch area. Okay, this is Camaro.
I'm like his red hot vintage Camaro. For years I was the only thing he had. We've got 200,000 miles of memories, kissing at stoplights and making love in the back. You come around all brand new. He likes your style and the way you move. You want to replace me, think you'll erase me, but love ain't something you can just undo. His fingerprints are all over me. Still feels that rush when he looks at me. He's holding on to you, but he can't let go of me. You're just his shiny new thing, yeah. Shiny new history. You'll be a sentence on a page. Lately he's trying to resist me, because he knows one touch and I'll never turn away. His fingerprints all over me. Still feels that rush when he looks at me. He's holding on to you, but he can't let go of me. You're just his shiny new thing, yeah. Shiny new thing, yeah. Ah, he said just one ride, just one quick spin. He jingles his keys and he lets himself in. He turns me on and he revs me up. Gets me going faster, but it ain't fast enough. So he floors the gas and he pops the clutch and we start spinning out just to feel that rush. He said my fingerprints all over you. I still love you and you know I do. Nothing ever compares to you, 'cause you're my classic. I've got to have it. My first true love, the one I always dreamed of. Yeah, you're in my heart. I'll take you where I go. Oh, you're my red hot vintage Camaro.
Okay, so I'm going to switch to piano because Bruce and Lene requested this one, and so did Alan Pat. So cool. Both of these couples have so sweetly requested this song for years, so it means a lot that you guys requested Rush. I wrote this one while watching television, while, I guess it was, I don't even remember their names. The two lead characters had their first kiss. I usually know their names, but I'm blanking. Sometimes when I get on the internet, I forget everything. Everything I know is gone. Hi, Pat. Kirsten. That's what I was trying to see if you were here. You requested Unraveling. I want to make sure I get that in for you.
Don't stop. I like where this is going. You've got a way of coming over me like rain in June. Tongue tied, your body warm to the touch, and you're terrified. Well, that makes two of us now. Just the two of us now. Well, have you ever felt so alive as I feel with you tonight? So deep in your arms. And have you ever had a love so real that through your veins you could almost feel a rush of blood to your heart? With one kiss, you cover every inch of my skin in pure bliss, and all the sound of you aching dancing on the wall. Your pulse racing like the thunder as we surrender to it all. Well, have you ever felt so alive as I feel with you tonight? So deep in your arms. And have you ever had a love so real that through your veins you could almost feel a rush of blood to your heart, to your heart, oh, rush of blood to your heart.
Oh, I'm glad you're having a good Saturday night drinking your wine. Okay, I saw Dottie, you asked if you could have the set list. Absolutely. Just let me know where to send it. I'll make sure Patrick does a cute drawing on it because Patrick is typically designs these amazing set lists for me every night when we're on tour, so that whoever grabs it gets a piece of artwork, basically. And then, okay, so Kirsten's here. She requested Unraveling. This is a song that most of you have heard me tell this story about my grandmother, but tonight this is for Kirsten and her two grandmothers. This is Unraveling.
Boxes and baskets of all her old things, porcelain dolls, portrait paintings. She swore they'd be worth something. They're just gathering dust in my attic somewhere, and she's lost in a room where she sits and she stares, her mind as blank as the walls. Her memory as vacant as the halls. And I'm the only daughter of her oldest son. I knew her well before her spirit was gone, and her life is a thread woven into every part of me, and she is unraveling. She is unraveling. She looks in my eyes and asks me my name, and every 5 minutes I tell her the same. She smiles, but it's cold and dead, and I'm screaming out loud in my head, 'cause I'm the only daughter of her oldest son. I knew her well before her spirit was gone, and her life is a thread woven into every part of me, and she is unraveling. She is unraveling. I tried to pull her back, stories and photographs of her children who love her, sisters and brothers she can't remember. But how could a heart forget? I'm the only daughter of her oldest son. I knew her well before her spirit was gone, and her life is a thread woven into every part of me, and she is unraveling. She is unraveling. I've been tearing through boxes on nights I can't sleep, searching for memories of who she used to be.
Thank you, guys. Thank you, Dan, for doing this. Thank you for having me. It's so good to see so many familiar names on here. Do you think I have time for 2 more songs?
Absolutely. Of course you do. Yes.
Okay, great.
Do you want to just roll right into it now? Or do you
Sure.
Wanna... Okay.
You can ask me a question because I need to grab another guitar.
Okay. Is this time to talk about the new album, or should we save that for
Sure, we can talk about the new album.
Let's
Yeah,
talk
you
about
know
the
what? I'm actually...
First, let me say that, folks, if you check your screen, Liz's socials are up there. I'm also putting up for her tip jar. Please head on over there and be as generous as you can be. I know Liz Longley fans have a reputation for being very generous, as do Sellersville Theater fans. And I know that if you are able to, you will. Folks, this evening we have heard songs from many of Liz's albums, including Hot Loose Wire. We have heard songs from Liz Longley. We have heard songs from Weightless, all of which are available online at all the places you can get music. But coming up soon, Liz will have her new album, Funeral for My Past, out in the world. It's coming out in September. Liz, what can we look forward to hearing on this album? What topics are you dealing with? What sound are you going for? Just tell us everything.
Well, it all kind of falls under the category of Funeral for My Past. So it was an album about, it touches on things that I had to let go in order to grow. And then there are songs that came about because of those growing spurts and opening my heart up again and falling in love and finding love and trusting my heart again. So it's kind of the arc of the record. It is not out online until 9/18, but anyone who pre-orders it on my website, lizlongley.com, I'm sending it out now because... that's all I can do. I'm just sitting at home making packages and writing notes to everybody, and it makes my heart happy. So,
to make the time go quicker during the quarantine.
Exactly. And this next song is actually, so there's a record called Funeral for My Past, and then there's an acoustic EP that's also only on my website. Okay. And it has everything, 6 songs completely stripped down, and one of them, and a bonus song that I'm going to play for you that Caitlin heard and requested. This is called Old Familiar. This is about, well, you'll figure out what it's about. Is that loud enough for you? It's a different guitar. It's so out of tune. It's in a weird tuning.
Tell us about this tuning, Liz. Which tuning are we in now?
It's basically standard with a high string turned down 1, so it has like this drony, unresolved note. Oh. But when I wrote this song, it was super, super high. And the only way I could play it is if I turned everything down another note. So this is I don't even know what this is called. It's in standard, but down a T.
Did you find it by accident? You were, or
yes.
were you planning this tuning in it? Or?
I was not planning this tuning at all, because you don't plan tunings like this because they're a pain in the behind. You know what I mean?
I do.
Unless you have a guitar tech of your own. Okay, here it is.
Good.
This is Old Familiar. This is about just that love affair in your life that you can't really... Well, now the dogs are playing. This is going to get interesting. Sitting in a bar in New York City, going through all these pictures of you. Crowds of people make me lonely when all I want to see is you, my old familiar. Get into a taxi, no one's looking, take me to your cheap hotel. Make me feel like a real rich woman, spoil me with your love, and now my old familiar. Oh, I need from you what you need from me, sweet vibration of your voice, drowning out my own head noise. Baby, just start talking, and if I start falling asleep, tell me stories that have no point. Either way, it fills the void. I don't love you, though I tried. My heart just never quite made room. Still I get strangely sentimental
lying naked next to you, my old familiar. Oh, I wish for you what I wish for me, an easy way to cut the cord. Use your heart for what it's really for. And if I start calling, oh, if I come crawling back, just lock the door. Please ignore my attempts. I'm getting on a bus to Philadelphia, sleeping on my parents' couch. A little bit of distance never kills you. Just don't romanticize me now. My old familiar.
Okay, I got one more for you, and this is one that I don't think I've ever played. Maybe I have, but I relearned it if I ever did for tonight. For someone who requested one of my favorite songs. I grew up listening to Eva Cassidy. She's one of my favorite singers. But this is a Fleetwood Mac song. Who requested this? I think it was Carrie. Songbird. Yeah, Carrie requested this. So thank you. Love you all so much. Thank you for hanging out with me. Thank you, Dan, for making this possible and for all your great conversation. I really, really, really enjoyed this. I saw Crystal Bowersox was here, so if you haven't had her on, you got to have Crystal. And I saw Jesse was here for a second, too. I don't know if you're still here, Jesse, but thank you for recommending me to get on this series. I really appreciate it. And thank you to Patrick for always making my live streams run smoother. Be my guitar tech. What key is it in? I think I landed on this. One of my best friends had a gender reveal party on Zoom today, and then I learned this song right after, and it made me think of this song in a different way, as if from a mother to a child. So for all you mamas out there, this is for you. But you can hear the song in so many different ways. This is Songbird. I'm trying to find the key. Okay. Now dogs are barking. Oh, for you. That's not the right key, sorry. For you. There it is. There will be no more crying. For you. That's the wrong key entirely, that's why. For you, there'll be no more crying. For you, the sun will be shining, 'cause I feel it when I'm with you. It's all singing like they know the score. And I love you, I love you, I love you like never before. To you, I would give the world. To you, I'd never be cold, 'cause I feel it when I'm with you. It's alright,
score. And I love you, I love you, I love you like never before. I love you all so much. Thank you for hanging out with me on your Saturday night. Hope to see you again real soon. I'll be live again on the 21st if you just check out my website, lizlongley.com. All the details are there. And thank you again, Dan, for being so great.
Ladies and gentlemen, you've been listening to Liz Longley, the incredible Liz Longley. Keep your eyes peeled for her new album, Funeral for My Past, which will be officially released to everyone on September the 18th. But of course, if you head over to lizlongley.com, you can get your own copy. Hold on, Liz is holding up a copy of it right now. There you go. That's what it looks like in the vinyl form.
Yes.
Wonderful. Thank you. Go ahead. What else you got, Liz? Show
We
us.
even have bracelets for a funeral for my past that say, let it go, let it be, let it rest here in peace. 3 different ones that go together. So
That's
we
a
got
good
the whole
quote.
collection.
Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for joining us on SOUNDBOOTH Sessions this evening. We do this every Saturday night at 9 p.m. for the foreseeable future. Who knows how long we'll be doing this. Join us next week with the incredible Jamie McLean.
He's amazing.
He is amazing. Endorsed
amazing.
by
You guys
Liz
gotta be there.
Longley. Folks, thanks for all the new people who joined us tonight. We'll see you next week.
Thank you all so much. Thank you, Dan.
Thank you, Liz.